almost there.
Hello everyone. Welcome back to Call of Cthulhu. I'm Colin the Conqueror, and today we're going to be playing Chapter 2, Darkwater Port. Pierce took the Hawkins case. The cursed artist is accused of having caused the fire that killed her and her family. As the only clue, she left her father a disturbing painting. On the shipping label, an address. A warehouse set on the docks of the island of Darkwater. The place seems to be the starting point for Pierce's investigation. Let's prepare to enter madness. The Scylla. That's from the Odyssey. Scylla and Charybdis. Maybe said Scylla as well.
Stay on board. There's guys coming to unload.
Okay.
Welcome to Darkwater Island, Mr. Pierce.
Why, thank you, Captain Fitzroy.
So, what wind brought you?
Does the Hawkins case mean anything to you?
A sad story that we would all prefer to forget. Charles Hawkins may have been a landlubber, but he was a good man.
And his wife, Sarah Hawkins.
A nice young woman, and a great painter. What a tragedy. You know what? Go have a drink at the Stranded Whale. What you need is a good pick-me-up. Mitchell may not be very welcoming, but his bar holds a surprise for you. As for me, you'll find me at the Harbor Master's office. If it's the Hawkins family that brings you here, I have a pile of documents that should interest you.
Understood. I'm going for a look around the docks.
Okay. Let's see here. Where to begin? There seems to be a rather sizable gathering over here.
Hey, Sullivan. Can't you go any faster?
See how old this thing is. Force it too much will break everything.
You can't do that.
But it's only a fish.
A fish? You've got no idea.
That's a whale.
Don't badmouth what you don't know, or you'll pay for it for sure.
Okay, that's enough. Step back and let us do our job.
That's no way to treat an omen. Oh, yeah? He's gonna get us into trouble. You can't understand. You're not sailors. It's a sign. There's something coming. Something real bad. Don't put that beast back in the water, you shysters. You're crazy. They're cops. They can't understand. Damn stupid idiots. Forget it. Nobody listens to us anyway. That's no way to treat an omen. Oh, yeah? He's gonna get us into trouble. You can't understand. You're not sailors.
The blood is just beginning to coagulate. It died a short time ago. Only a specialist would know what killed him.
You can't understand. You're not sailors. It's a sign.
The same goes for you, sir. Move along.
Well, I don't know, because, again, my guy is not a sailor. I'm not going to say that he's totally out of his depth, because, you know, he might not be. These sailors get upset over nothing. They're definitely not upset about nothing. So let's just ask them.
I'm looking for this address. Warehouse 36, Darkwater Harbor.
Ah. And so who are you?
I didn't introduce myself. Edward Pierce, private detective.
In any case, it's not very important. I can't answer that.
You can't? Or you don't want to?
Oh, no. I'm not getting into those games, me. Now, please, allow me to do my job.
You can't. Don't put that beast back in the water, you shysters. You're crazy. They're cops. They can't understand. Damn stupid idiots.
Okay, can't go around them.
Nobody listens to us anyway. That's no way.
Can I go around this way? Okay, there are people over here.
There's nothing to sort out. Your chum wanted to stir us up.
But you can stay to watch
Nothing
it
for
long.
you here either.
You can pick up the
Beat
pieces.
it.
Come on, you bastard. You'll see what a true sailor's got in his belly.
Is that a person standing on the edge of the docks? What? Oh, he's fishing. That's fine. I thought they were just standing there. Alright, here's the stranded whale. Well, thank you, I guess. Weird.
Hey, be careful. Let's get him another drink. He's dry.
In my bar, we don't serve troublemakers.
Let's try the strength element here, see if this is...
You saw it just like me. That bum deserved a lesson.
Yeah, but he's a regular, and you're not.
I can see that you and I are off to a bad start. I'm here for information, not for a fight.
I prefer it that way. Speak then. I reserve the right to answer or not.
As is his right. They are off the coast of Massachusetts in the 20s. Yeah. Prohibition was still a thing.
I didn't expect to find alcohol on this island. What's the source of this miracle?
You mean who? Our source of supply wouldn't like me to betray them to the first comer.
I'll tell nobody.
She'd know it anyway.
Yeah, you already said she.
Anything else?
The stranded whale. I guess this bar has been here a long time.
What can I tell you? I'm a nostalgic sort of guy. The name, it reminds us of the golden age of Darkwater. When our whalers left for long months and came back, sweating and stinking of the oil and flesh of the whales they'd been hunting.
It was a tough time, all the same.
Ah, but steeped in glory. We've never known such wealth since then.
Anything about Sarah Hawkins?
What can you tell me about her?
We all knew she was famous on the mainland for her paintings. Never understood why. Then, I don't want to speak ill of the dead.
Good. Smart idea. It's true that they were strange.
Her style made her famous. How would you describe it? Tortured?
Yeah,
Well, it wasn't normal. I mean, for a young woman with a child and all that. We saw them in the papers and we said to ourselves, who can paint such things? Is that how she sees the world?
So they made you feel uncomfortable.
You need to see them for yourself. Make up your own mind.
I've only seen one. It's not speaking ill if it's true. I don't know if I agree with that sentiment, but we'll
Her
go
vision.
to it.
Was it so terrible?
Way I see it, the truth is really a question of point of view.
What do you mean by that?
Do you still trust the truth after a bottle of whiskey?
It's a good thing to consider.
I've got what I need.
Anything else?
Return. I'm looking for warehouse.
Do you know
36.
where this place is? Warehouse 36, Darkwater Harbor.
The Hawkins warehouse. I see, yeah. If I were you, I wouldn't hang around there.
Why not?
First off, there are rumors. Sailors from around here say you can hear noises coming from the warehouse at night. Screams, that sort of thing.
Screams.
And that's not all. There's the fate of its owners and all the superstitions that go with it.
Yeah.
But I'll say no more. Anything else?
I believe
That'll
it.
be all for now.
Okay.
And then he said, "You have no right to treat us like this."
And the doctor, what did he say?
He laughed.
My God.
You said,
The miraculous catch.
The chanting.
Apparently, the most significant event of the last 80 years.
All right. Let's go ahead and do this. Let's go ahead and read this. It looks like it's a long one. It's a bit long, and I'm going to read all of it. Miraculous. Okay. The Chanty. 21st May 1847. Miraculous catch. The Scylla returns to port to save Darkwater from famine. We had given up hope. The crew of the Scylla, or what remains of it, returned to Darkwater port late on Tuesday afternoon. The locals immediately rushed to the docks to welcome the last whaling ship on the island. People were amazed at the sight of the unbelievable catch the brave vessel had on board. Of a size that went beyond that of formidable toothed whales, the cetacean that is already being called the miraculous catch covered the whole deck, and parts of it were hanging over the side of the ship. The surviving sailors told a frightening account of their perilous catch, but also of its meat, unmatched in its quality and plentiful nutritious benefits. There is no doubt that the immense size of the whale will allow numerous inhabitants of Darkwater to feed themselves, bringing an end to famine, from which part of the island was suffering. Warehouse for rent. Okay. Mr. Marks is putting his warehouse up for rent from June for fishing, workshop, or storage activities. You can contact him via your favorite newspaper or visit him on the docks. Special event at the Stranded Whale. To celebrate the return of our brave whalers, all of the staff at the Stranded Whale invite you to an exceptional and free tasting event. Come with your family or with friends to taste the miraculous catch. Each person will leave with a bottle of oil, so don't hesitate. New clue memorized.
We'll do it again, you know.
"Oh,
The girl doctor. Cold. She won't stop asking.
not that again. She will get us into trouble."
I know.
They're having fun.
you like our song?
We're true sirens.
We may not be pros, but we give it all we've got.
That's true. It's a reminder of the time when we were still fishing for whales off Darkwater Island.
The end of
What
whaling.
brought whaling to an end?
The whales, of course.
They all disappeared.
You exhausted the stocks.
You could say that, yes. There were fewer and fewer of them.
Until the last, the biggest.
The one of the miraculous catch.
Exactly.
What is this song?
I've never heard this song before.
Only people from here know it. It tells the story of the miraculous catch.
I saw the newspaper clipping. You don't believe it, do you?
Watch what you say, young man.
That catch saved our island.
Ah. Where's the proof?
We're the proof.
Without it, the whole of Darkwater would have died of hunger in 1847.
It's true. Everything happened just as it says in the newspaper report. Our grandparents tasted its flesh.
And it was delicious.
I bid you farewell.
A little suspicious.
Good night, stranger.
So long.
Anything over here? No. What of these mysterious figures?
What you looking at, stranger?
Yeah, that's a good question. What is a woman like you doing in a place like
The
this?
clientele is predominantly male.
Tell me something I don't know.
I meant nothing by it. I'm just wondering what a woman like you is doing in this flea trap.
And I'm wondering what could be going through the head of the chump who goes to disturb her. Let me drink, stranger.
Okay, then. What's back here? Locked. That's what's back here. Okay. Have I exhausted everything here except for getting a drink? I believe so. It looks like it. Okay, so let's see what we've learned. Oh, hang on. Oh, is that the Deadpool?
Charles Hawkins was a heavy drinker. And a debtor.
Oh.
Interesting.
No, it's not the Deadpool. It's... Hey, it's a Winchester. S. Winchester. Did Sam drink here? What? Oh my goodness. Okay. Okay, let's check the... Oh, wait. That's funny. Okay, let's check and see what we've learned. We've learned quite a lot, actually. Pierce. What do we have here? Can I... Aha! I can upgrade something. Let's do spot hidden, since we are, in fact, studying things like that. Who is this? This barkeep, Roy Mitchell, age 55, owner of the Stranded Whale Bar. Roy Mitchell runs the only bar on Darkwater. Prohibition has no hold on the stranded whale, and sailors come to seek some comfort in Mitchell's whiskey. The man therefore knows, more than anyone, the secrets and rumors that the inhabitants of the island exchange after a few glasses. Mitchell is devoted to the golden age of whale hunting, if the numerous trophies that decorate his establishment are anything to go by. The man will talk freely on this subject on which he is so keen, but he will be far less enthusiastic if anyone was to inquire about the source of his liquor. Okay, and then, what is this, Darkwater Port? At the entrance of the port of Darkwater, one still passes in front of the shell of the Scylla, the last whaling ship to have brought back a catch. Sailors wander the docks looking for some small job for the day. A gang of bootleggers has set itself up there and is gnawing away at the territory of Captain Fitzroy, the last sailor to own a boat capable of making the round trip between the island and mainland. Here, the golden age of whale hunting is but a distant memory. And then the stranded whale. The stranded whale. A bar where liquor is served with total impunity. It's the last thing I expected to find when I arrived on this island. The stranded whale is its name, and it's managed with an iron hand by the owner, a certain Mitchell. He does not tolerate troublemakers, and he fiercely protects the identity of his supplier. All the inhabitants of the area seem to go there, and I even saw what looks to be a truce between the bootleggers and the sailors. Is that all of them? A cult. Ooh. The miraculous catch. The miraculous catch is what locals call the last catch of their whalers. In 1847, although whales were disappearing from the fishing zone of the Darkwater whalers, the crew of the Scylla made a gigantic and monstrous catch that saved the island from famine. They still celebrate this catch, and an article from the time still decorates the bar. It's strange how the memory seems so alive, as if it was maintained by the survivors. Is that it from there? We got clues. Again, it's already read that. Yep. Okay. Okay. Now I need to go talk to Fitzroy. He said he'd be up here in the harbor master's house. Go all the way to the end. See if there's anything over here to look at. There's another entrance. Okay. But there's already an open door, so we'll go through the one that's open.
Broken. This place seems half abandoned.
Let's go talk to him first. Be a bit rude to just come in and start opening things.
I've brought out the Charles Hawkins cargo manifests. They're on the table next to you. But in truth, you're likely to be disappointed. When you're done, come join me on the deck.
Okay. I will go and look around now.
I wonder what Captain Fitzroy has got to say about this woman, Cat.
Threatening letter. Captain, the terms of our agreement are clear. Keep your men under control. You cannot afford to provoke us. No need to answer this message. Just make your payment to the carrier. Cat. What is this?
Fishing equipment. Could do with some rust remover.
Here's the Deadpool. Rather, these are all whales that they would put numbers on and place bets and see who would bring in things and stuff like that.
A souvenir from a more prosperous era. I guess this blackboard hasn't been wiped for more than 70 years. The Scylla. It finished up beached at the entrance to the harbor.
So they say Scylla. Then I will call it Scylla, as they do in this. Okay, there's an upstairs. Let me look at the evidence first. Actually, no. Let's finish investigating. Aha, toilet. Yes, I'll leave the door open so it tells me that I've been there. What do we have here? Learning of Medicine, Volume 2. The second volume teaches ethics and good practice of medical staff. Cool. Got a free point worth of medicine. I like it. It's good. 2 free points of medicine. It's almost as if this game is trying to tell me something. Need a good foundation in medicine in order to progress in the game. Or it's giving it to me freely so I can focus on other things with my experience points. What do we have?
This man and Fitzroy could be twins.
Photograph of Captain Fitzroy. He has a wooden leg. I mean, it could be his father. Or grandfather. Nothing in there. Does not look like it. And then...
What a macabre souvenir.
Oh, that's the guy's wooden leg. Huh. Okay. We're going to talk about macabre souvenir. That's a whale harpoon. So is that. Just a different hook. Yep, different hook. That might be a gaff of some kind. Maybe. It doesn't... No, the hook is pointed different direction. Gaffs are what fishermen use to pull larger fish out of the water. They hook them into the sides or the side of the throat and pull them up out of the water. Okay.
I've brought out the Charles Hawkins cargo manifests.
These manifests are signed by Charles Hawkins. But that's all I'll get from them.
That's it? Only a few dates are still legible. 1890, 1907, and a partial date. The rest of this document is blacked out. Who would want this information to be hidden? Wait, he said he was going to be here. Excuse me, sir. Where are you going, Captain?
From here, I see everything that goes on in the harbor. The hard-working lives of my sailors, the fights at the stranded whale. Even the antics of these wharf rats don't escape me.
It's you who lays down the law around here.
Oh, I wouldn't go that far. I'm just the last serving captain on Darkwater. Tell me what I can do to help you.
Okay. Your documents are unreadable.
Your manifests have been blacked out. They're totally unreadable.
Yeah, I saw that. I've got no idea who did it or why. I don't remember having countersigned anything special enough for someone to hide it.
And why obliterate the dates, as well as the goods stored in the warehouse?
You mean that the dates have some meaning?
I thought that fishing stopped in 1847.
I'm surprised Charles Hawkins had goods to store, knowing that whaling stopped in 1847.
I see that you're interested in the history of our island. Indeed, maritime activities ceased altogether at the end of the last century. I imagine that the Hawkins family had other types of contracts.
But you don't know with whom?
No, it was none of my business.
Ask him about
I'm
Warehouse
looking
36.
for Warehouse 36. Do you know where it is?
Look, it's right there. The warehouse is opposite the jetty. You can't miss it.
Which one? There's like...
Understood.
A bunch of them.
You know who
Which, again,
the building
36.
belongs to, don't you?
It belonged to the Hawkins family.
It belonged to the Hawkins family.
Precisely. Ship owners from father to son.
I think that somebody here wanted me to search this warehouse.
That's interesting. Up here, that's really cool. That's a really cool little thing of detail. I just noticed. So this wood had barnacles on it, and they must have plucked them off in building, or what, when they harvested the wood to build this. That's really cool little detail. Talk about Darkwater. Oh wow, a lot of these. Let's not upset him too much. What is this miraculous catch?
The miraculous catch. Is it a local legend?
Not at all. It's an episode from our glorious past. Go read the story of the sailor's return to Darkwater Harbor. It's displayed on a wall of the stranded whale.
I saw the killer whale on the wharf.
I'm just back from the wharves. The dead killer whale is unsettling the sailors.
Ah, yes. Us men of the sea are superstitious folk.
Why are they putting it back into the sea?
The police took the decision to put the killer whale back into the sea.
You've got to understand them. They didn't know what to do with it.
I think that was a mistake. Who says that whatever caused those wounds is no longer in these waters?
You think we should have kept it?
To look into the real cause of its death, at least.
What could have killed it?
Killer whales don't have many known predators.
No, they do not.
That's true. And normally, they're not found around here. But, you're gonna take me for a fool.
Give it a try.
Have you heard about the depths? Trenches that plunge into the earth and that shelter creatures unlike any other.
You're talking about mythology.
Ha! Indeed, you're right.
Return. This photograph looks strangely like you.
I was looking at your photograph. The one of the man in front of the boat.
Ah, yes, I can see the one you're talking about.
Interesting resemblance. I thought it was you, but with a wooden leg.
And for good reason. That's my father in the photograph.
See, called it.
Your father?
John Fitzroy, captain of the Scylla. His wooden leg is here. You can go and see it if you're interested.
I already saw it. And at last, who is Cat?
I found a threatening letter signed by a certain Cat.
What? I don't mind you visiting my harbor master's office, but I'd prefer if you didn't go through my affairs.
Are you being blackmailed?
Not exactly, no. That shyster wants to make us pay protection money.
With any success?
Protection from
I
what?
wouldn't say that. But she terrifies my men as much as her own.
Can you not do anything to stop her?
Don't you worry about that.
So it's not necessarily protection from anything specific. She's doing a racket. That's what she's doing.
So come back and see me when you've got something new.
It's protection from her, not protection from anything in particular. Get inside warehouse 36. Okay. Head over here.
Damn stupid idiots. Forget it. Nobody listens to us anyway.
That's no way to treat an omen.
Oh, yeah?
What's down here?
He's gonna get us
Oh,
into
what
trouble.
in the...
You
Okay.
can't understand. You're not seeing.
Man, this dock needs some work. This whole town needs some work, but especially this dock. What is over here? Okay, he's holding a whale spear. Whoever this is. There's all sorts of weird symbology written on it, or symbolisms. What do we have here? It's an old line spool, probably for an anchor. Or for spears, not unlike that one. St. Brendan Navigator. 484 to 577.
St. Brendan, patron saint of sailors and travelers. Desecrated. I can't even say which language it's written in.
Yeah. That's not good. Can't go up that way. Or can I? Maybe. I might be able to climb up here. I don't think so. If I could climb up there, it would have probably given me a prompt. Knowing how this game is. At least what I can gather by playing it. Are you able to be talked to, sailors? Yes? Okay.
You live here?
Why did you do that, huh?
We saw what you did to St. Brendan.
Yeah, we'll teach you to come onto our island and ridicule our protectors.
I'd never done such a thing.
I respect your beliefs.
Our beliefs? You mean you don't believe in God?
That's
What?
irrelevant.
That's what you think.
There's you, our beloved statue, and then those two bozos behind us. Wait, now that I think about it, it's got to be them. There's one of them who's always going back and forth to the statue.
Quieter. That's all we need for them to hear us.
What
You
brings
guys
you to
need to-
Darkwater?
Not be going to the stranded whale as often. Who are these guys?
The two
that we keep
guys
guard?
behind you. What are they guarding?
The bootleggers. Scum.
They're protecting their territory. From whom, I wonder?
They really don't have a choice anyway. They're more scared of Cat than an attack by drunken sailors.
If only they would kill each other.
Who is Cat?
Is it Cat who's shaking down Captain Fitzroy?
Hold on just a minute. We didn't tell you a thing.
Nothing at all.
Sure. We'll go with that. About
That
Saint Brendan.
statue represents your local saint.
What do you mean by local, exactly?
You wouldn't be looking down at us like all townspeople do.
St. Brendan. He protected whalers and fishermen like us. Until those assholes defaced him.
You just accused me of defacing him. What are you talking about?
Peculiar house.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's where we live. Our boat.
It's not because it doesn't float
I was
anymore
about to
that
say.
we're going to abandon it.
So you don't have any work.
Isn't it a bit early for alcohol?
We got nothing better to do anyway. There's not much work around here.
Fitzroy gives us a few chores every now and again, but since the whaling station shut down, ain't a lot of jobs left around here.
So we drink.
Find out about the island, what they know. Is this it? Okay, I think that's it. All right.
I've taken enough of your time.
Thank you,
I'll
gentlemen.
see you later.
Man, what are you doing over here, Mr. What? Are you quite all right? Skulking about. I think I see a priest. Maybe he's not a priest. Well, maybe. No, he's a cop. Okay.
Where do you think you're going?
Officer Andrews.
Who are these others so
Interested
interested
in-
in the
yeah.
warehouse?
And why would I tell you?
We're on the same team.
You and I are on the same side of the law.
Oh, yeah?
You don't want to know the truth behind this case.
Are you saying our work was not up to snuff? Forget it.
I'm not here to hinder your work, officer. Edward Pierce, private detective.
Sorry, we're all a little on edge today. What are you doing here?
I'm investigating the death of the Hawkins family.
Darn it. Why do you want to drag up all that stuff again?
My investigation has led me to this warehouse.
That case was closed months ago.
What do you know of the
What
Hawkins
more
case?
can you say about the death of the Hawkins family?
Not much more than what everyone knows. I wasn't on the case. They were all burnt to death, right? Up at their place.
The whole mansion went up in flames.
Don't get it into your head to go wandering around up there. It's dangerous.
What do you mean by that?
The only one left there is old Silas, and the accident has affected him badly. He can be
Silas.
unpredictable, especially if a stranger starts poking around the property.
Who is
Is
Silas?
he a danger to the public?
No, he's in his own home. Do yourself a favor. Leave him well alone.
Was he like the groundkeeper or something? Huh. How can I get into the warehouse? Can I go around this side?
Forget it. Nobody listens to us anyway.
That's no way to treat an omen.
Oh, yeah.
There. Aha. What are you doing?
You saw what happened with those sailors. Don't hang around here unless you want trouble with the bootleggers.
Okay. You're not scared of their boss?
I've seen the kind of messages their boss sends. You're not scared of her.
Of course I am. Everyone's scared of that woman. She's not interested in small fry like me. You, on the other hand, nose around too much, you'll have dealings with her.
Okay. What are they
This
doing around
warehouse
here?
looks abandoned. Why does it interest them so much?
No doubt a question of territory, but I ain't asking. You want to know more, go ask the captain.
Good. Thank you. I shall take my leave.
Find hidden items. Okay. Aha. What do we have here? A crank? Or a lever, yeah. This lever activates a mechanism.
A handle. It must come from these old winches.
Okay, there's a pulley. Aha. Would it not go on here? This one already has a lever. Okay. What is this? What is that? Oh, a ratchet. Okay. This part enables heavy loads to be lifted and held aloft without risk. Okay.
This ratchet device seems to be usable.
And what is this?
A whale vertebra. If the newspaper clipping in the bar is true, this bone is a real fossil.
Cogwheel. Okay.
An old cogwheel. Rusty, but in working order.
What is this?
It looks like there's a way in under this grate.
Aha. Okay.
I could use this old winch to lift the grating.
Well, then let's do it. Okay, so we mount the cogwheel, mount the ratchet, and then mount the handle.
Looks like everything is in its place. All I have to do is turn this handle.
Okay. Is there a ladder? There is. Okay. Put the lighter away. You don't need it. It's natural gas. It's strange. What? I'm not dealing with that nonsense. What? The delusional investigator be the plaything of an hallucination. That was a little messed up. Okay.
Smoke. It's coming from this oil. I hope it's not toxic.
Can I not pick up the lantern? I guess maybe I go down and we try it again. That's the only other option. Do I let the hallucination take me again? The hallucination isn't coming. Oh. Occultism.
This is primitive.
This looks like some sort of crystal. Is it primitive though? Because those look like planes. Huh. Oh, I have to press it.
Ugh, this place stinks. What is the connection between this place and the Sarah Hawkins case?
Go down. That's what it looks like. Jump. To enter reconstruction. Okay, well, let's consult the diary first. Alright, we have a lot of information to do. Okay, so I got 2 character points available. Let's put oh, it can only be improved by objects discovered in the environment. Is that the same case? Oh! Okay, so that's how these 2 are done. Alright, cool. So the rest of these are what I can improve. I need to do enter. Do you really want to validate this character point out here? Yes. Okay. Sanity. Mental trauma, already read about that. The submerged city. While investigating the Hawkins warehouse, Pierce entered a partly submerged tunnel that ran under the docks. There, something took hold of his arm and tried to drag him beneath the surface. Drowning, the detective caught glimpses of human and animal bodies, as well as an underground city. Pierce managed to make it back to the surface to discover that, rather than tentacles, it was seaweed that had wrapped itself around his arm. The vision, nevertheless, disturbed him by its clarity and its violence. Darkwater. We have more about Captain Fitzroy. Age 45, Captain. James Fitzroy is the captain of the Charybdis, the only boat that still sails between Darkwater and Boston. His base is the harbor master's office, from where he misses nothing that happens on the island. The inhabitants of Darkwater respect him. The bootleggers despise him. He offered to help me on my investigation. Occult. Okay, St. Brendan. Does the patron saint of whales and whalers still protect the city or the sailors of Darkwater? Visibly, there were other gods before St. Brendan, and their worshippers do not seem to be of this opinion. The locals still worship the old saint, but a mark was made on the statue by another cult. Okay. Clues. We've already read that one. What do we have here? Did the cat. Okay, yep. And, yep, manifests. Okay, inventory. What's new? Okay, all of those. Alright. We've seen all that in the game. So we have looked through the diary. Now it's time to investigate. Psychology.
What happened here?
Okay, somebody punched a mirror. What is this?
Le Petit Parisien. Who might keep a news clipping about Sarah Hawkins?
Sarah, maybe? Did somebody pee the bed? That looks a little disgusting. I'm gonna walk around that. Ooh, what is this? Psychology.
What is this picture of Charles and Sarah Hawkins doing here?
It definitely looks like somebody peed the bed. That's unfortunate. What is this picture of?
Is this one of Sarah Hawkins' paintings?
I'm not done yet.
Can't sleep. I know how that feels.
So, this person was also taking sleeping pills. Okay. Gross entrails of something.
It smells as bad as it looks.
Yeah, that does not look like it's pleasant. And what do we have here?
These painkillers were prescribed 3 months ago. Someone has been taking them since the time of the Hawkins death.
So this is... an ongoing thing. New clue memorized. Consult the diary. Pierce. 1. I'm gonna add spot hidden, just because I can. And then enter. Yes. Okay. Clues. Ooh, what is that symbol? Hawkins Warehouse. Officially unused since Charles Hawkins' death, this warehouse recently housed a clandestine resident. Signs of life attest to the fact. The presence of blood-stained bandages must also be noted, probably removed from a wound, as well as pills, painkillers, and sleeping pills. Moreover, the occupant seems to be obsessed with Sarah Hawkins, as attested by the presence of several documents connected to the artist's life, photograph, press cutting. But it is the discovery of a partly charred painting, recognized by Officer Bradley as having come from the Hawkins mansion, that allows all doubts to be lifted as to the link between the contents of this building and the Hawkins case. Have I found all that I need to? Do I just walk out the door? I guess I just walk out the door.
Someone has settled in here.
And whoever it is has something to tell me about the Hawkins case. Is there anyone in there? You! Don't move! Detective Pierce. I told you to stay away from this warehouse.
The case is far from being wound up. Someone else is interested in Hawkins. Maybe let's do it. Yeah, let's team up.
You seem like a competent officer. We should help each other.
You're trying to manipulate me, Mr. Pierce. I hate to be taken for a fool.
All right, Inspector Lestrade. Let me take a more direct approach. Can you explain what this painting is doing here?
This strange portrait. Wait, I know it. It was in the Hawkins mansion when we came to investigate the fire.
So you confirm that it was removed from the crime scene? Interesting. I'd like to go and see the mansion now.
Of course. You want to go back along his trail? I'd like to understand how this painting made it to here. Come on. My car's parked down the way. Andrews, would you please shut the door? And open your eyes, damn it. This guy went right under your nose. God damn it. Her again. This case has nothing to do with you, Baker. Clear the passage or I'll shut you up for obstruction.
Officer Bradley, you've finally grown a pair. Too bad you're too fat to see them down there.
Why, you...
Come on, keep the smile. You don't want to force me to widen it.
Bruh.
Okay, I get it. Can we go to the mansion now?
Who the hell are you? What were you doing on my turf? I've got my eye on you. We'll meet again.
Your turf.
Is it far,
Interesting.
this mansion?
Look behind you, at the top of the ridge. You see the building?
Yeah.
That's the Hawkins mansion. Come on, we got some driving to do.
Okay.